Cyclops eye. Now that makes sense. But there's just one of those. So, let's read about those guys. And what do they fall under? Probably Ogroids, I'd assume. Same category as, like, Neckers. Wherever that category is. Ogroids, yeah. Cyclopses. How about this? You take a big stake, sharpen its tip, jam it in the Cyclops' eye, then sneak out of the cave, disguised as sheep. How's that not a good idea? Otis Thaka, Traveler, died tragically on Spike Room. Cyclopses can easily be recognized by the single eye located in the center of their foreheads. If for some reason that is not visible, other telltale signs are their enormous size, incredible strength, and a seething hatred for all humans. I'm curious what it says the best answers to fight it are. Ogroid oil, I actually don't remember if we have this or not. We might not have gotten that yet. Axie, yeah, that could have been helpful, and Gwen, of course, that was the route I was taking. Okay. So what is over here? Now that we've freed up this area a bit. So, this. The controller is vibrating right now. I do hear dragon-like sounds. There is a Stammelford's Dust, which was the item that we bought not long ago to craft one of our explosives. Yeah, so we may not necessarily be out of the woods yet. Let's save while we're at it. We are now encumbered. Because that, I think, was a pretty big get for us. Can we drop any junk? We have bad weapons that we held on to. Yeah, like this. Let's dump this. That is still not enough. We have others that are also pretty junky. That's also pretty junky. We also still need to drop more weight, though. Anything, looks like maybe anything lower than 100 if I need to go. That isn't potentially an upgrade. These could be upgrades once we gain a level or two. This is similar to our current weapon in terms of strength, which is why we were holding on to it. Let's check some of our other items. Shirts are not worth much. However, I thought I remembered seeing that there are several chest plates that require that you have shirts as a crafting ingredient. So we might want to hold on to this. It's also not super heavy, or something like hunting boots that are not terribly good. They're also not terribly heavy either, but not terribly valuable either. This probably also goes. This probably also goes. And then this actually has the same armor and has lower resistances, but it is a light armor. That would suggest that that is the primary reason why that is. It does have 100% durability, whereas the boots that we currently have equipped have 76. So if we were to repair our current boots, and they probably would still be a little bit better. That's interesting. Other things that we could drop. Those Assassin's Trousers, I think they were really good for us for a little while. They're still almost just as good as our current trousers. And they are a little bit beat up, so we could make they're light as well, whereas our current trousers are medium. They might actually still be better than our current trousers, quite frankly. This was the... I think this was the chest plate that we just picked up. Thought I saw something that said Freya's something. Or maybe it was... Hold on. Hunting boots here. Not so great. Let's dump these. I think it might have been... Yeah, this higher rarity version. So, to compare, requires level 7, whereas our current armor requires level 10, so I think that it is a weaker version. Even if this might have been a good item, if it had been a little bit of a higher base level. I think that dictates at least how much armor it has. So, would still be light versus medium. So it would help us regenerate our stamina more quickly. Bonus experience from humans and non-humans. It would be better for that, and it would be better for resistance from bludgeoning damage. Same for slashing damage, worse for piercing damage, worse for... yeah. Okay. It's actually debatable. It is mostly a question of whether you prefer light or medium armor. We are now at least slightly below the weight limit. How the heck do we get...
too far afield, this.
In here? I assume we can? Because there's like... oh, hold on. Whoa! I'm guessing this was supposed to be a fair school or earth science school location? Because that was a whole lot of stuff. Crafting recipes of that variety. So I'm glad we checked that out. Anything else hiding in a corner here of a similar nature? Broken staircase. This is where Geralt was saying you need to turn around. Yeah. So I think that's everything here. Still don't really know what was it? The special name we got for this place was? There's also... oh, there is a fast travel location here. It's nifty. Oh, Destroyed Bastion was the name of the fast travel location. Okay. I thought that was like a totally different category of location. Like, you know, some areas are guarded treasure. This area is a Destroyed Bastion. That is... it's helpful for... we could use this to get out of here if we wanted to, say, teleport to Olena's Grove and check these places out. But I think we probably want to head north to this spot next. And based on what we were seeing previously, that this area is not so dense in terms of stuff to do, we probably do just want to go straight for this. So let's do that. And maybe we even use Roach here? If Roach would come. Roach? There we go. So I am also curious as to just how strong that gear that we just picked up, or at least learn how to craft is.
Slow now. Whoa.
And we'll check it out at some point, I'm sure, but it's most relevant, of course, when we actually have someone who can craft it for us. And it's definitely not the case right now. Also, let's maybe not go. So let's maybe not go straight down that, because that looks like that wouldn't end well for us.
Slow
yeah.
Now.
Oh, and
Whoa.
also we'll climb the tree with the horse, because that's the thing. We checked this spot out? I'm not sure we have. Yeah, definitely glad that we did go out of our way to check that place out. Did we? We must have. That is looted. Yeah, because I remember this was the place with the wraiths, right? Okay. Carry on.
Faster.
Come on, Roach. So we can just beeline it, more or less, to this spot. If we don't, you know, run into additional cliffs and all that. Unless...
hey there.
This ravine... typically ravines seem like they're places to find things of note. It would be worth investigating this a little bit further. Now, type of enemy. Sounds dragon-like. Guarded treasure, yeah. I still don't know exactly where. Over here? Oh! That is very much not the type of enemy I was expecting to encounter. And basically, nope, cannot save right now. We are technically in combat. Usually, when we run into random enemies, we do like to try to save in case we find that we are in over our heads. And we have no idea what level these enemies are going to be. Like this one is 20. He is just barely doable. give it a shot. Ooh, and that is poison smoke as well. Ooh, you did hit us there. You did hit us there. Come on, no, that's not cool. Assuming, yeah. Didn't actually see the throw coming, but enough of a break there that I was expecting that likely what was going to come next. Excuse me. Please come back now. None of that. That's not cool. Yes, I did get greedy there. Okay, crit hits. Do not dare throw muck at us. It's not cool. It's not appreciated. Oh, critted big hits as well. Going for a strong hit rather than a quick one. Likewise there. There we go. Not too bad. And our damage obviously wasn't very high against it, but made a point of being very aggressive with the Quen. Monster liver. Infused dust? I don't know if we've seen that. Okay, so what were you guarding? And we can... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do. Not that. This. Fifth of Quen. Arbitrator. We are now encumbered. Let's check out that sword, though. The Arbitrator, that sounds like that could be very good for us. Where is it, though? It's not this. Huh? There it is. It's actually not as good as our axe. At least in terms of raw damage. Does have higher crit damage bonus. That's a lot of crit damage bonus, actually. Chance to stagger and dismember. 3 sockets. We could probably make it better than our current axe. Our axe is also more beat up than this one is. So if we were to repair our axe, then there'd be more of a difference between the two. I'm assuming these boots that we just picked up are probably junk. For the most part. Yeah. Let's dump those to get just barely below our limit. We can hold on to the sword. But unfortunately, it seems like we keep on finding a bunch of items that are right around the same strength as the one that we're currently using, or basically any of our gear around the same strength as what we're currently using. It makes it tough to make those decisions as to whether it's worth investing in our own gear further and those harpies? Those look like harpies. And doing things like repairing or putting in runes and rune stones and all that. Yeah, those are definitely harpies. But why? Oh, that's actually... I meant to use hard. That's an interesting strategy against them. Not what I had in mind. Yeah. You know? I kind of like that strategy. I kind of like that. It seems like it is extremely effective. Oh, except missed that time. Slash wasn't quite quick enough. Come back here. Okay, and then there's just you. Maybe we can fight you the old-fashioned way. And so, back in Witcher 2, harpies were ridiculous in that they gave you crafting items that were worth just absolutely absurd amounts of coins. The feathers and eggs as well. Mostly the feathers, but they did give you multiple items. Another one. There is a weaker one. Oh no, it's 13 as well. For a second I thought that said 7 for some reason. Can you get down there quickly enough? You can. So is there, say, like a harpy nest here? Somewhere? Is that what this is leading up to, perhaps? Kinda seemed like it. And what the heck? Is that another fiend? It looks pretty darn huge. Maybe it's just the angle, but it looks kind of bigger than previous fiends that we've encountered. Maybe I'm making that up. Hello, good sir. What level are you? 16. What was the level of the previous fiend that we fought? It was around that. Might have been a little bit lower, actually. Should be possible, but it will be tough. Hello? Hello. Actually, can we throw on one of our oils? That could make things easier. Let's throw on an essential oil. I think it's hybrid. Vampire, Curse, Draconid, Relic. Or was it Relic? I think it was Relic. Let's double check. What does the Fiend fall under? What category? So remember, I wasn't sure originally, and I was a little bit surprised when I saw the answer. Relics will be at the bottom, of course, because it is alphabetical. Yeah, Fiend. Huh. And I guess we had not seen Sylvans before that. It's like, oh god. Sylvans are cruel, greedy, and treacherous. Still, I prefer them to Juan. Ah, Yavin saying that. Okay, that's a familiar name from Witcher 1. Legendary Scoia'tael Commander. Legendary is a strong word. Sylvans and Yakshas, a kindred species, are extremely rare woodland creatures whose appearance combines traits of goats and rotund men. These beings usually pose little danger, or they limit their contact with humans to playing harmless, though often bothersome, tricks, and eating crops with their fields. From their fields. Okay. Oh, and more specters as well? Oh, was the White Lady? Probably. Yeah. I'm assuming she was functionally more or less the same as the Noon Wraiths. Did he go in his band? Who are they? 4 lads, drunkards, and good-for-nothings all. They drained a few pints and decided they'd all plow the White Lady. Maybe then she'd bugger off. Conversation overheard in a field outside Novigrad. The apparition haunting the fields outside Novigrad turned out to be a Noon Wraith. Some powerful emotion must have bound it to that place. Love, hate, anger, or perhaps all 3 at once. Like every wraith of its type, it was surely capable of forming mirror images of herself, which served to mislead opponents and restore her vitality. Yeah, it does restore vitality as well. Luckily, these mirages could be dispelled with a quick slash from a silver blade. Yep, that's what we did. Okay. Like any Noon Wraith, she would undoubtedly seek to assume immaterial form while fighting, making her almost impossible to injure, unless she's first caught in a trap laid by the Urdenside. Yeah, so similar to other Noon Wraiths. Or blasted with a special bomb. Okay. So I did not remember that part, and the first time we fought a Noon Wraith, we probably didn't have that as an option to us, so we were relying exclusively on Yrden. But that probably is something we could do from now on, because we do have a fair share of those at this point in time. Once thus forced into materiality, he could be attacked with strong blows or the Ignis. Oh, really? And I think I've been usually using quick attacks against them. Not strong specifically, but okay. Also good to know. Finally, one must always keep in mind 2 Witcher sayings. The longer you fight a Noon Wraith, the lower your chances of surviving. Okay? And fight a Noon Wraith at midday, and you'll be dead before dusk. But it seems like we're usually only allowed to fight them at certain times of day, or at least on 1 or 2 prior occasions. Like Jenny of the Woods, I think we had to fight at night, and she was a Night Wraith. So we had to fight them when they were powerful. The vengeful wraith, known as the White Lady, had roamed the fields for a long time, murdering anyone she came across. Though the grain hung heavy from the stalks, frightened peasants were kept from harvesting it, and thus faced famine. They gathered their last bit of savings, and went in together on a bounty for a Witcher. That coin was well spent. Okay. Oh right, the whole thing about the Fiend, though. We should maybe do something about that. We established that it was a relic, I'm pretty sure, but I have kind of sort of already forgotten. I think that was the case. So we put on relic oil. Unfortunately, it's just normal. It's not enhanced or anything like that. So it will be a little bit of an upgrade, but not a huge one at that. Well, what the heck? That was moderately terrifying. By moderately terrifying, I mean it was terrifying. What damage are we doing? Does this look like something that we can feasibly do here? Are you... Yeah, you're going all, like, evil and whatnot. And I don't think we can attack you when you're in this form. I'm not sure. I think we just need to basically run and wait for this to expire. This did not happen for the previous fiend that we fought, but it did for the first. We can still swing our sword. That's, again, moderately terrifying. We can hit you from behind. We can, of course, crit. But I'm pretty sure... What? No, I thought our coin had expired, because you did manage to deal damage to it somehow. Oh, you're healing. That's what that green is. Like, do we have poison or something? No, that is him healing. We got him. Not too bad. Green mutagens, fiend mutagens, fiend eyes, and or fiend dunk. So were you guarding anything, or were you just a random fiend that we happened to come across? And honestly, if it's the latter, fine. They're cool. I do like fighting them. Those sound like lots and lots of Intrigas. Which could be an Intriga nest. Wow. Look how many red dots we have. Also, not really the sign I was expecting, because usually against the Intriga workers I find they're weak enough that you might as well just ignite them. So, not quite. Yeah, there are a lot. Is kind of your thing, but at the same time, does make me wonder if there's anything else here. Do you have a nest, most notably? Or are there any bigger Intrigas, in which case, that would definitely be of interest. That, I think, is the sound that I was hearing before. The warrior. Okay. This is basically the Intriga we were asking for, right? This is the bigger Intriga. Or at least, was. Are these... Oh, now this is what I want to see, though. That an Arrakis? Some other type of Intriga? Oh, yeah, and it can tangle us in its webs, and I don't remember how we're technically supposed to get out of those. That might be a reason to try to fight the warriors separately from the Arrakis. Otherwise, the Arrakis will, I'm afraid, set us up for failure. A bit. Yeah, this could actually end up being a very difficult fight. Like the... at least one of them videos did. Okay, so that's good. I think these guys are going to be the primary damage dealers, and the Arrakis is mostly going to make life difficult for us. Pretty sure one of them poisoned us. Ow. Pretty sure it was the Arrakis. Yeah, probably that attack right there. That might have been the web, though. Oh, where did you come from? Hello. You're just a little one. Wouldn't be as much of a concern, but still. That looks bad. As does that. You're running away, which probably means, yep, that you're gonna try to do something like that. Okay. Sure. Do this. There we go. We have not seen many of those guys. Yeah, getting some Arrakis eyes and Arrakis venom, I feel like that is a very good pickup. Definitely running into some fairly unusual enemies.
Looks like rain.
So I'm a fan of that. Giving us a chance to get some better crafting items and just more experience fighting some guys that are fun to fight. We've seen this before. Is there anything to this? Don't think so. We were originally asking if there was going to be an Intriga nest over here because of all the Intrigas. Did not necessarily answer that question. Such as herbs. Oh, yeah. Some mushrooms. So, I don't think there is a nest. There's the fiend we took down. Okay. And now we're probably getting a little tossed and turned one way and the other. Yeah. Let's head back to... Where do we have our quest marker? On top of... Oh, that's a question mark there. Yeah, we actually went a fair bit further north, so we are now closer to this one. I think it's fine. Let's do this one first, and then we'll head back down. You left a roach down there by that question mark? Okay, yeah, that should work. So we're not quite as in the middle of nowhere as we were a little while ago. So maybe that's why we're starting to run into more interesting stuff. No, that's just remains of the various Intrigas that we just fought. Keep our eyes peeled. Oh, guarded treasure. Okay, that is probably... Yeah, the question mark that we were looking at. My guess is this guy is a very high level, because that's what we've seen for all golems. Question marks, I think, across the board for all of them. The pass. Same for you. You're actually only level 20. Which is... I mean, we've never actually tried to fight a golem before, I don't think. I doubt the game will let us save here. Will. So I do want to try this then. So we've never fought one. We don't know, I don't think, what the correct way to fight them is for that same reason. My guess is that they are probably what the Elementa or whatever it is called. So we only currently have the Hounds of the Wild. Excuse me, the Hounds of the Wild Hunt is the only type of enemy we have here. So I mean, we probably do have an Elementa oil if we can guess that that's what this is, an Elementa enemy. Fairly confident that'll be the case. And that is... Ooh, hopefully an enhanced oil. That was Draconid, Curse, Vampire, Spectre, Beast, Pinkman, Elementa. Yeah, enhanced. So if we are guessing correctly here, then that will give us a bit of a boost. But I also just have no idea of what we're supposed to do against this guy. I think Quen is probably a safe bet, because I'm assuming he's probably pretty slow and powerful. And I would imagine probably pretty similar to the Cyclops, ow, in the way that he fights. Pretty sure we had a Quen there, and he still dealt damage, which is a little bit concerning. Do you heal, or do you just have so much HP that we've done basically no damage to you? I think it's the latter. Like, we could try doing an Igni or something like that. I'm doubtful that that will do anything at all. Also, I'm pretty sure we missed. Let's stay away from that. Does this do anything at all? Tiniest bit of damage, but I don't think it's worthwhile. So what is the answer then? From a sign perspective, I'm not sure there is one. If there is, I don't know what it is. We can experiment a little bit more, though. That's the stun option, which was very short. Whoa, that's concerning. Yeah, so this is going to be a very long fight. We're going to try to see this all the way through. Look at how little damage we have attacking the bottom, of course. But look at how little damage we're doing. This guy's blocking us. That doesn't look good. Is that like the sign you're about to do the slam attack that creates all the specially round stuff? Blocks magic monsters' abilities. Trying to see if explosives-wise might we have a good answer here. I don't know. Give it a try. Oh, well, that wasn't great. Also, we probably should put Quen back on. Yeah, so I don't know how many times ever we've used that explosive. So, seems like it is definitely not one that you use primarily for dealing direct damage. Probably what we're looking for more than anything, given how little damage we are causing. bear in mind, this is with the help of an enhanced oil. So this is looking more and more like something that we're just going to need to come back to on a future occasion. Because, yeah, if we really wanted to, we could probably make it happen. But it would be a serious test of our patience, I think. We could just, like, you know, deliberately dodge out of the way, play really defensively, and just deal tiny little bits of damage here and there. But it's not really gonna be much. As you can see here, we've done what? 3% damage? 3% of his total HP? I don't know. It's very little. So I think it is probably best for us to come back on a future occasion when we have stronger gear. We could potentially see if upgrading or repairing our weapon would be enough, but even that I don't think is going to be enough. I mean, that wasn't really close. That was next to no damage. So, in that case, that was this question mark. And I guess we could sort of see the little circle of stones on the map around what was previously a question mark, so we might have been able to guess as to what that was going to be. But let's now try this question mark down here. Trying to see if there's anything else that we might want to head over to first. That's an odd-looking green splotch there. It looks almost like a tree. I do wonder if there's a question mark at the bottom of it, so I suppose there probably is something there in that case. Let's go here first. That is technically the closest, I think. Maybe we do bring Roach back. Wherever Roach is now. And we can just follow the road this time, because we've now explored a fair bit in this general area. Those are just dogs, or wolves. Sound of it. What will we find? Ooh, a bandit camp. Okay. That should be doable. How are you now? You sure about that? Hold on. Just a minute. Oh, really? Just a, can we give him a little push? Just a little push? Oh, what? Apparently he still died? That was odd. Also, you are going through the stone bridge. Because reasons. Yeah, what? Actually, what the heck is the deal with you? You are the golem. You are made of stone. Seemingly, at least. Maybe switch back to something that might still be able to hit him, even when he's basically immune to damage. That's gonna make us encumbered because we were basically completely full. There are still more of those bandits. So we are going to need to drop some stuffs. And let's drop... Actually, yeah, a lot of trousers. These are pretty heavy and still aren't that great. Let's dump those, and that does just the load limit with that alone.
That stench.
Yeah, the deserter stench. That was not worth picking up, but... Hold on. That's basically the worst thing, it seems. Other than that, though, do you guys actually have anything of note in here? Is that it? I think that was it, because now marker is all grayed out. I don't think there's much else here, other than wolves, because wolves are everywhere around here, it seems. And just looting these guys, but they also seem to have junk. Well, that is not our horse. That is not Roach. This is Roach. Okay, so next on the list, we have done that. We just, hold on. Maybe the bandit camp is not grayed out just yet. It looked like it was on our map listed here in the top right corner, but when we open up the full map, It is not grayed out, which suggests that maybe there is still something here that we have not yet found. Just referring to loot these guys have? I mean, that's junk. And that's junk. Ah, here we go. That's a little bit better. That's at least a little bit more along the lines of what I would expect of someone actually guarding treasure. But typically, when you do that, you'd want to be guarding treasure of note. Otherwise, you're kind of wasting your time. Now is it grayed out? Now it's grayed out. Okay. So, in that case, I think the next one we're going for is probably this one here. Yeah. Let's check this one out. And then maybe we'll make our way north. And maybe make our way... Well, maybe... Let's take it one step at a time. See where we go after this one, but... On this occasion, I don't think we'll have gone this far west yet in this general area. So in that case, let's go on foot, so that way we can be a little bit more thorough. And this is where we did find, or at least we will get to a place where we have not gone that far west. That was the location where we fought the bilge hag, bog hag, or whatever it was. So we took that out, of course. Now we are in uncharted territory, though. And that is looking like a pretty darn humongous tree. I'm guessing could be this. Yeah, so I wasn't sure. Like I was saying, it looks like a tree on the map, but that's not really the angle you would expect a tree to... That's not what you would expect a tree to look like from a bird's eye view. I guess? Well, maybe it could be. I can't say I have a ton of experience with that, of course. But I'm intrigued. Anything else? Whoa, there's definitely something over here. I don't know what that was. Sounded dragon-like. Whoa! Basilisk, I think? That's my guess. Pretty sure that's gonna be basilisk. Is there multiple of them? Sounds like more than one. Probably tell with our Witcher senses. Those are wolves down there. I'm worried about this guy up there. This one. Okay, and it has found us. Uh-oh. Question mark, question mark. That means it is out of our league big time. And Basilisk can shoot poison. So if it hits us, we are very much toast. Okay. So, that exists. And maybe it's guarding treasure. Maybe it isn't. But either way, that's gonna definitely have to wait. Is that said Basilisk right there? Is that the exclamation point on the map that's right around here? I mean, the exclamation point we're looking for is further south. And I'm pretty sure that is the very area we were trying to avoid because we just had a Basilisk over there. Well, maybe. Maybe there is still a way here. I mean, this is too steep for us to climb, apparently. So I'm not sure how we do get up there. The answer is not here. Not here. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, no. We might be falling to our death right now. Or maybe not. Maybe we're just surfing. We are just surfing. Totally wasn't worried there. Totally was not worried one bit. What is this? Okay. Probably stones. In which case, I probably shouldn't have punched them. Yeah, that is a very steep cliff slash mountain. But how the heck did we get up there? Even this. Makes that tree all the more dramatic. You really want to get there. Seems like maybe from that angle we can ride the ridge all the way up there, and there's something over there. Almost looks like a village. Yeah, if we go... Let's actually go here first. If we go straight west, we'll find something. Directly where we're pointed right now. Cow. Was a cow. More ravines. Like I was saying before, that generally means there could be something over there. Usually a place where loot likes to hide. Maybe not on this occasion, though. Okay, let's head to our marker in that case, because that was the opposite direction in which we were going for so briefly there. Bandit camp. Okay. That is probably the question mark we were targeting then. These guys shouldn't be too tough. Can we get multiple of you? One equal. Kind of, but not really. Oh, you are shooting us with arrows, which is not cool. So please, get pried. I didn't pry you. Chill, dude. Oh, you got a problem? You do now. Oh, you're shooting arrows too? Yeah, get out. Now it's just you. Man, trying to get used to this whole parrying thing. Like I was saying before, technically speaking, I think that is what you're supposed to do against humans, and particularly ones that have shields. But maybe you're supposed to be more patient than just always attacking immediately after you parry one time, and actually wait for an opportunity to open. Like, I don't know. Had one. Just timing it correctly. Yeah, maybe it's timing it correctly. You can get more of a counterattack in a riposte.